Hello, everybody. I wonder, do I look cropped? I don't know if I look cropped or not. It's been so long. Let me see if I can fix my camera so it doesn't look like I am just showing my head. Is that basically what's going on here? You can't hear me. Oh, well, that's a you problem because I could definitely hear me. The goat is back. Hey, what's up, Saya? Okay. This might mess up everything. We're just going to fix some things here. Let's see. Let's go back over to our crop settings. Boom. Just doing some tech checks, guys. How you doing? How you doing, Baragon Productions? What's up, Satya? No, it's not. I'm telling you, I can hear it perfectly on my phone. Like literally perfect. Why is the camera so much headroom? What is going on here? Boom. How's that? It's still just my head, but we should be good. Is it really that quiet? No, I'm hearing it perfect, guys. You're having me freak out over here. I'm going to turn off my audio, but it should be good. I don't. My phone's not even that high. I just turned it to like medium, and it was perfectly fine. This is bothering me. Go here to there. Oh, it's better. This is what we really joined these live streams for, is to see Connor adjust his camera. I didn't know. See, I still feel low. Maybe it's because I'm slouching here. I'll sit upright. How's that? We'll sit upright. Okay. We're gonna refresh here. How are you guys doing? It's been a solid month since you're interested in the Santa redesign behind you. Oh yeah, my alien Santa head. Yeah. I never made a short with it, but I did buy it from a Halloween store back when I was in college because I was like, oh, I want to make a, I guess an alien invasion film. I never got around to it. You know, I've always loved monsters. It's weird. It's like the further from the mic you are, the quieter you get. I know that sounds like I'm describing exactly what a mic is supposed to be like, but you know. Well, I mean, that is Baragon, are you the only one that's having Satya? Can you hear me just fine? Because I can hear myself on my phone perfectly fine. Can you try restarting the stream? I don't know. It's like I can hear it there. Let's see if I talk here. Can I hear myself on? Seems fine there. I wonder if, let me see. I'll double check my mic settings. It's very possible that I have filters or some noise gate gain thing going on here. Let's try boosting it. I can't really hear myself. That should be fine, right? I mean, I can hear it just fine on my phone. I'm sorry, Baragon, if you're having issues there. I don't know how to fix it for you. But we're gonna get started today. So we are starting a new stream. It's been a minute. How was your guys' New Year? How was your guys' Christmas? Hope you guys had a very relaxing time. For me, it was pretty busy. I won an award. I am now an award-winning director, which is really cool to say. My film won the Best of Fest at this festival in earlier December. It was like December, I don't know, I guess maybe it was halfway through December. And so my film won that. That's Bad Omen. If you guys haven't seen it, it's over on my YouTube channel. You guys can check it out. And then of course we've got like a lovely Q&A on my YouTube channel as well. It's a lot higher than it usually is now, but I can hear you. Okay. Well then, I don't know. Awesome, congrats. Yeah, thank you so much, Beargon. It was yeah, it was great. And then the other big thing I got was this camera. I got myself a super 8mm camera. If you turn it on, you guys can hear it. Shoot like real film with this thing. You stick film cartridges in here. I could go shoot real film. I want to shoot a monster film with this. I don't know how that's gonna go, but that's a goal of mine in the next couple months. I really want to use this to shoot some kind of little monster horror short. New Year's been great so far. How was the event? The event was great. The event was great. It went well. I was not expecting to win when we did. So I was kind of sitting there. My brother was filming it. He was sitting beside me. And when they called my name, I was like, what the heck are we talking about right now? So that was really exciting. And then I'm in another festival later this month in Chandler, Arizona. I'm going to be out there. And I got nominated for Best Horror Short. So we'll see if we win something else at that festival. But I'm very excited. For me, it's been pretty chill. I've been working a lot inside of the company I work for. We're finishing up this film that's kind of like this week. We had to finish everything up, and so that's where a lot of I've been trying to stay away from like doing work on a computer because like I think my eyes are getting fatigued and I can feel it. So I did stay away from like VFX, but I've been writing a lot. I'm hoping to shoot another short film here in the next month or so. Just trying to figure out the right time to do it because, I've got a buddy who's getting married. I got a lot of travel that I'm doing coming up. And then, of course, the festival as well as all of those things. So it's really just trying to find the right time to do these different things. And I'm trying to get things scheduled in as well. I've been talking to a DP and then a new film. I'm so excited. I'll tell you guys a lot more about it later. So I don't want to spill anything yet, but for sure going to be doing some big stuff this year. I'm very excited. Bro's going to bag all the awards this year. I don't know about that, but thanks. There is a certain quality about film cameras that digital just can't replicate. I mean, I guess you could technically in post, but no wonder compositing works for something shot on film. You do wonder if compositing works for something shot on film. I actually have done compositing for a film that was shot on 35mm. It was really interesting. It is challenging because film moves in a different way than digital does, especially if the scan is not perfect. So tracking is a little more difficult. But if you've got good scans of film, then it's a lot better. The 35mm I was working with wasn't jittering too much, so it wasn't an issue. But the grain and the noise is very different, heavier. And I think it's just like the lighting is also just more bloomy depending on like, the lenses you shoot on. But I have discovered that the noise or the blacks levels are very different than how digital cameras film, because digital cameras would have quite a bit higher dynamic range inside of your shots. So your compositing techniques that you have to do with inside of that are very unique to that and different. But yeah, so I imagine this is going to be a nightmare to comp in, because your scans on Super 8 are going to be quite a bit more jittery, and you're going to have a little bit more actual kind of like dirt and stuff on your film, and that will be interesting. You almost have to like roto those things, and like I don't know. It's going to be really challenging, I imagine, but I kind of want that challenge. I want to do something that's the film I want to do is an alien invasion film, and you don't really see the monster all that much. So I think I can get away with it because it's a lot of in the darkness, and then it jumps out. It moves really fast. The shots that it is on, we'll see how it is. We'll see how it is. We're going to see how it goes. Comping for film cameras is entirely a different subject altogether. Exactly. I mean, you still do digital compositing. You're not going to do, comping on the actual film. Like, I mean, we're not going old school here, guys. All right. We're not going to do what they actually had to do back in the day. but we are going to have to do it on the source being film rather than shot digital camera. I mean, it's still going to be a ProRes file, but be a little different. So let's jump in to what we're doing today. One of the challenges I've had with doing these streams this last month, and, I would love it if you guys left some more comments about what you guys would like to see. I don't really know what I want to stream, sometimes it's a lot easier. Like Stranger Things is coming out and you're like, oh, well, I'm going to do a Stranger Things live stream. So that was a lot easier to do. But some other times is a little more difficult. I was laying in bed last night. I'm like, I have to stream tomorrow. Like I haven't streamed in a month. What do I stream? And I then thought of Up and I was like, oh, that's great. We'll do that. So I think we're gonna do Up today. We're gonna do the flying house from Up. Let's see if I can pull up. Let's see if I can pull up the Up picture. Do I have? See, I have the AVIF file. Yeah, that should work totally fine. Have I watched the Stranger Things? I haven't seen any of the new season. I don't know if I will. I don't know. I've heard some good things about it, but I also heard some bad things. So I've heard the finale makes up for the rest of the season. This is the picture we're doing today, guys. This is the wonderful house from Up. I think this would be a lot of fun. Good things you've heard none? Oh, really? Okay. Well, I don't know. I've heard some good things. Doesn't mean they're it's all subjective, right? So we're going to model this. I think we're going to do a lot of modeling today. I'll do the balloons and then let's see, we'll probably do some kind of like sim or something like that, or particle system, I think, for the balloons up here. I don't know if we're going to want to hand do the balloons. And then, we've done tricks before with creating different color balloons, and we did the little memory spheres inside of what was that movie called? Inside Out. So we'll probably do a very similar thing with the balloons here. I think the lighting will be interesting. Spielberg has made a new alien invasion film called Disclosure Day, and it looks pretty good. Oh, I saw the trailer for that. Sort of feels like a long-awaited return to that genre. I can't think of his last alien movie was. What he did? I mean, no, I can't. It can't be E.T. was the last alien film. No, because he did. What has he done? I mean, he's done a few alien films. I mean, Close Encounters, The Third Kind, then he did E.T. Those were the early on in his career, but I feel like he's done stuff later. I mean, would you count? You wouldn't count Ready Player One as an alien film. Yeah, I don't know what you would count as his latest alien film. You guys have to let me know. Okay, so this is the Up house that we're gonna do here. War of the Worlds? Yeah, I imagine that would be, right? Like that was like 2013, 2014, right? 2013, 2014 time frame. So yeah, I'm gonna start out with Blender, and then I completely forgot about War of the Worlds. 2005? No way it was 2005. That's freaking nuts. That's nuts. That's crazy. Okay, do we want to like probably set the camera to like this angle, I think? I don't know. We're going to have to line things up. I can't believe that was 2005, guys. I remember it was like yesterday. I remember when that movie came out. So like before that War of the Worlds came out, there's another very famous War of the Worlds that I feel like I had always watched growing up. It was the really old War of the Worlds. Still holds up to 100%. Yeah. I haven't seen it maybe since 2005, so I don't remember the screaming kids. All right, where's this picture at? We want. Do I even have it here? What is this called? 2009. Wait, this was made in 2009? You're kidding me, dude. Wait, where is this picture located? Open File Explorer, please. Oh, I might not be able to load AVIF files into Blender. That would do it. Let's do open with paint. Oh, it's not gonna be able to open AVIF files there either. All right, we're gonna have to use Photoshop. Feeling old yet? No, I'm still young, guys. Feel insanely young. You guys should feel like babies. That's what you should feel like. Actually, to be fair, I don't know how old any of you guys are. So, all right, let's load you into here, and then we'll click open. Just gonna convert this into a PNG. I don't. What is an AVIF? What does that stand for? You feel like a baby where the world is older than me? No way. You should feel like a baby. How do you feel about how all the good movies were made before you were born? How does that make you feel? Do crop. I'll do fit for right now. It's totally fine. You're 20. That is wild. So wait, 20-year-olds were born in 2006. Wow. Wow, guys. I think my brain broke there. Because I always thought people that were born in the 2000s were like babies. Like, I view everyone that was born in the 2000s as like 14 years old. Yeah, it's roughly right. Let's turn off the floor so we're not killing ourselves with the parallax here. But I think that shocking, ain't it? Yeah, that's shocking. I think my brain just broke there. I don't think I'm going to be able to recover from that. Okay, let's set up actually a project folder for ourselves here. So let's go to, that's music. Let's see, Drive D, projects, live stream, streams. And then I'll create a new folder for today. 2026, guys. Oh my gosh. What a time to be alive. 2026. How have we gotten here? I remember 2010 because that was the first time that, as like I just remember as kids, it was like, I think it was my sister. It was like, you don't say 2010, you say 2010. Because 2009 was the last time you said 2009. And I think it was in 2010 when everyone was like, nope, now you say 20 and then 10. And now it's normalized. We have normalized saying that. And I remember that. All right, so we're going to make a new scene folder here. And let's call this today's date. Almost did 2025 because that's what is still in my head, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Connor. We'll get through this one by one. Let's cube up a little bit better here. I think that's pretty good. Close enough. The only person on the stream who watched Stranger Things finale? Possibly. Not that there's a lot of people on stream, but you know, it is a very good possibility. I mean, there isn't anything stopping you from saying 2026, but yeah, I get what you mean. Well, I mean, anyone could say it. You can say whatever you want. You know what? If you want to be that person, go for it. Just like to make your life a little more difficult, saying something that's harder to say. How is that tilting that way? Is it more or less millimeters on the lens? Or is it not that it's... I think that's... See, that matches that line there. That matches that line there. This kind of... Yeah, it does match that line there. It's a little difficult to see, of course. I think we're going to live with it. I think we're going to live with that. Anyways, I did put up a little questionnaire, though, on the stream here. So if you guys would like to think of the best VFX shots that you've seen this year, what movies has blown your minds or not, you know, but something that maybe is underrated. I'm not talking Avatar here, guys, okay? Like, what are the movies that maybe no one is talking about, that maybe you've seen and you're like, wait a second, this was actually pretty good? What is that? I'd love to know. Please put a comment there. You know, I think for me, okay, well, I mean, the ones everyone is going to talk about, we'll talk about some of those. I mean, Avatar, the new Fire and Ash came out, and I mean, that obviously pretty good. You know, I was a little unimpressed though from the fire. I think that wasn't as impressive as the water was in The Way of Water. I thought the water in The Way of Water was a bigger technological like kind of leap than how the fire was inside of Fire and Ash. F1 has some really good CG shots. Not even once in the film I thought maybe this shot. True, actually. And I think they even said that they were all real. Didn't they like say that before the movie came out? That's how you know all of that was good. Although I can't remember if that was the case or not on that film. It only happens on every single other blockbuster. Yeah, I don't know. I think you're right, dude. F1 came out this year. I can't imagine. Like that's crazy. Half of the race was CG. That is right, actually. No, you know what? They never said that. I don't think they said that. They didn't say that. They didn't say that. No. No, they didn't say that. Let's do that. Let's grab this. And then, oh, wait a second. Let's extrude one more time here. Make that really close. We're going to grab this face and bring it out. Problem was, is I was doing that based off of... Let's make it thinner, I think. And this one further over. It's a good house shape right there. Think of any movies from this year that I've watched. I mean, the movie Heretic was a neat shot. I don't know. Wait, Heretic came out this year? I thought that was last year. Wait, Heretic. 1 second. Heretic? Is that... Yeah, dude, that came out last year, 2024. That wasn't even this year. You know what was you know, more recently, well, Frankenstein was all right too, but I really tell a specific shot when I saw one. I think also the thing with Frankenstein is wasn't that a lot of that just like actual for real? It's hard to know what was VFX and what wasn't in that film because they shot so much stuff practically on it. And I mean that is the true mark of like a really good film these days is a film that can look good when half of it is real. We just watched it this year though. Oh, okay, gotcha. Heretic was a fun movie. I mean, I had never seen what's his name that plays in that film. Um, Gosh, I can't remember what the actor's name is. I'd never seen him in a role like that before. Okay, I'm going to remake all of that. So we're going to make all the hard surfaces right now, and then I'm going to remake like the lattice stuff. I think that's the plan here. And then the top portion of the house, it's just like a different shape. So I think I'm going to start over again with like another cube or face or something like that, and then we'll build from there. A lot of CG fight scenes in Frankenstein. People go flying. Gore. Oh, there was the wolves. The wolves were CG. Gore too. I haven't seen the new Wicked, by the way, which probably will go up for best VFX, like it did last year. Really feel the CG vibe in them. Oh well, that's not good. Well, then that doesn't mean that it was good CG. If you're sitting there going, "Yep, that was CG," then was that really good CG? Okay, and then I'm gonna need to fill in these areas here. Which, do I have face orientation turned on? I don't think I do. I should though. Yeah, now it's on. I'm gonna also focus myself on this object because it was like rotating around really weirdly. Trying to say that it wasn't great. What? You did. You have succeeded in that. Death of a Unicorn, which was this year. I don't think I'd say that any specific VFX were the best, but the creature design was pretty good. You know, it was a very interesting take on a unicorn. I did watch that this year as well. Did that come out this year? I feel like, did it? I don't know, guys. This year is a weird year. I mean, it's like it's felt like the things that happened at the beginning of the year feel like they didn't happen this year. Does anyone else get that vibe other than me? Like, I think a lot of things was like someone's like, "Oh yeah, that happened this year." I'm like, "What?" It was 2025. Yeah, okay, that's crazy. That is crazy. It's just so weird, and I believe you actually 100% that it was this year because I think I've looked at the A24 website and I saw that it was a recent listing of their movies. But it's just such a weird thing to be like, "Oh yeah, that came out this year," you know. All right, I think my back of my house here goes too far, so let's bring that in. What a weird year, guys. But I mean, okay, what would be up for best VFX? I feel like best visual effects shortlist 2025 Oscars. Let's just look that up. 98th Oscars shortlist in 12 award categories. Here we go. So you have Avatar, Fire and Ash. Wait, Dune Part 2 came out this year? No, it didn't. Stop it. Stop it. That did not come out this year. No, it didn't. Yeah, 2024. This is a 2024 movie, guys. Why would the Oscars put that as like their film? December 2024. So does that count? Weapons did a great job too being wait a second. What well, how much VFX was in Weapons? Also my web browser just crashed. That's crazy. Did it crash cuz like I'm out of memory? I feel like no, I'm not. Okay. Had that happen a lot recently. I'm like keep running out of like storage space on my computer. I'm gonna close like every freaking browser here though, because I have way too many browsers open. Or not browsers, tabs. Who else is like a tab king here? Okay, so that you got then you got Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. No, 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 stop it. 2025 ceremony for 2025 films. Why is Planet of the Apes on this? Wicked, Deadpool, and Wolverine. Okay, well, Superman came out this year. I do know that Superman did come out this year. Jurassic World Rebirth, and then Fantastic Four First Steps. Which, okay, let's be real on this. If this is the actual list, that's not the list. Come on, Google's AI is trying to get me here. let's go to like the actual visual effects. Here we go. Avatar: Fire and Ash, The Electric State, which I think I heard was really the VFX were good. The film was not. Kingdom was already nominated last year. I know, that's what I'm saying. So Google's AI was lying to me. Okay, here's the real list, guys. I found it. Avatar: Fire and Ash. I'll pull this up over here. You guys can see it on the screen now. And then let's see. Wait a second. Do I have to do it over here and then hit the focus button? Is that the only way for you guys to be able to see it? So we've got Avatar: Fire and Ash, Formula One, Frankenstein, Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, One Battle After Another. What VFX did that have in it? Sinners. What is this film? I definitely did not watch this. I don't think I've even heard of this film. Springsteen, Deliver Me From No. I definitely didn't watch that. Superman and then Wicked for Good. Oh, wait, no, that's sound. Wait a second. Down here. Okay. Avatar: Fire and Ash, The Electric State, Formula One, Frankenstein, Jurassic World Rebirth. I didn't know they had a Jurassic World this movie year. Aren't they going to nominate Minecraft? No, I guess not. The Last Bus, Sinners, Superman, Tron Ares, and Wicked for Good. I was reading the wrong list, but this is the correct list right here, guys. I'll throw that over in the chat. There you guys go. Yeah, this Sirat movie was not there. I was like, how is it a movie I've never heard of is up for best visual effects? That's kind of wild. That's kind of wild. So Avatar: Fire and Ash, The Electric State. Okay. You know, so The Electric State, I actually almost did a live stream on The Electric State. I didn't, but I almost did. Let's see. What other movies was I almost going to do? I didn't do a Superman one, but that was because I was in London. The fire effects and the twin effects for Sinners movie were pretty good, I heard. Yeah, I just watched that movie again. I've recently been into collecting Blu-rays. I actually have the Blu-ray for Sinners right over there. I watched it again just very recently. But yeah, no, I do agree. The visual effects in Sinners was not bad. I didn't think it was that great of a horror film, but the visual effects were pretty good. Can I say that? That's just my professional opinion. And then let's see, Jurassic World Rebirth. I didn't. Oh, they did have one. That was the one with Scarlett Johansson. Wow. I completely forgot that movie existed until just now. I imagine, though, I haven't seen it, but I imagine the visual effects in it are pretty solid. That's one thing about those Jurassic World films, guys. Like, holy cow. They had such great VFX. Based on the trailers, I do think it lent more in the way of action. For Jurassic World, yeah. Mickey 17 did come out this year. It wasn't that great, but twin effects were really good. And that is true. Like, if we're going to say Sinners is a winner because of its twin effects that they did, you should also consider Mickey 17. 100%. Oh, for Sinners, yeah, yeah, it did feel more like an action film, maybe. It really felt more like a Western. I mean, it was a Western film. They made a Western film. And that is something that I'm currently working on the feature film for Bad Omen, and we're in development of it right now, actually. It's very exciting stuff. But one thing that I have been very cautious of while working on it is I don't want it to feel like a Western. Even though it is a western, it takes place as like in like kind of like western time, and like there's cowboys and things like that. I don't want it to feel like a western as much as I want it to feel like a horror film. Kind of back, move me over. I'm fixing my live stream settings, guys. um I think that was a very important distinction for me. And I was watching an interview between uh, Christopher Nolan and Quentin Tarantino when the movie Hateful Eight came out. And what's really interesting about the movie Hateful Eight is the score that was created by Mancini, I think his name was. Um, he created this like really good score, and it feels like it takes place in like the Wild West, but it also has like this kind of like horror feel to it. And it was really interesting because while I was listening to this interview, Quentin Tarantino even very specifically said that. What was Enzo Mancini? Is that who composer of what's it called? Hateful Eight. Yeah, Ennio Morricone. Why couldn't I remember? He's a very famous composer, great composer. He when they created it, he wanted to make it more like a horror film. So the music in it is very much reminiscent of the horror genre, not of actual westerns, which is really cool actually. Um and I think like it really gave me hope that it was totally possible to do what I'm kind of like thinking in my head. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that, but that's something interesting about that. Whereas Sinners, what it felt more like a western, and it was set as a western, and and it was kind of like more like a that kind of story. Like it's a bit like of a story about outlaws, not as much as about like the vampire nature of it. It was like an outlaw film with vampires in it versus a vampire film that has outlaws in it. And that was something that I definitely don't want when I am doing Bad Omen, the feature. I want it to feel like I want it to feel like a werewolf film that has outlaws in it, not the other way around. Do medium point here, and then we're gonna go ahead and start extruding upwards here in a moment. I need to line that up. These freaking perspective things are really throwing everything off. We're just gonna eyeball it and hope for the best. It's a really low res image, so it's kind of hard to make it look exactly like it, but we're going to do our best here. Like that. And then I'll get the rest of this to kind of go up and create the rest of that architecture. Okay, well, I actually can't do that. I'll go to about here for everything. And then, no, I guess we have to do this a little different, I think. So let's go ahead and add in another cube. And position this closer to the front here. It's valid. I mean, I haven't seen Sinners. I've seen clips. If so, it's just taking your word for it. We should watch it. I think it's a good movie. I enjoy it. There are things in it that I don't like. Um, but I think like yeah, there are things in it that I don't like. That I don't think they did as well. But I'll let you guys all make up your mind for that. I don't want to spoil anything either, so I won't say anything right now, especially since you haven't seen it. But yeah, there are I have ranted about certain things to some of my friends about that film, and you guys know how I am though when I rant. So it's just my opinion. I want to actually I was thinking about starting to do some kind of like I don't know, reviews or something like that on my Patreon, just because I want to share my opinion, but I don't really want it to be that public. So I may end up doing that this year. I don't know if that's something that I'm going to do or not, but it has been something that I've talked about with some of my friends. Okay, that should work for that. Um oh, just realized you guys can't see anything I'm doing. I'm sorry. Sending a high quality version to your Discord? What? Of what? You're sending what? A high quality what? I've got my Discord up. I'm ready. I don't know what I'm about to receive though. Let's see. This building doesn't make any sense. It's the most Pixar building of them all, guys. It's definitely not me in a bikini. Oh, I hope not. That would be a sight to be seen for sure. That I don't think anyone wants. Not me, not anyone. Can we just appreciate how weird the up house is? Like it's Pixar, it's whimsical, but like why is there so much stuff? That is what I was just kind of saying. I'm like, this is the most Pixar film or house. Like, what even is all this crap? I need to grab it on the normals if I can. What the heck? This is such bad topology, and I don't want to hear it, guys. I don't want to hear it. I don't. It's bothering me. It doesn't take a lot. It takes a lot to bother me, I should say. Okay, we're gonna delete that one. And then delete that one. You're thinking a lot, but you're saying nothing. Appreciate it. Helps my self-esteem here. Which I need, by the way. So I'm glad that you're help. I'm gonna go to tries here. I think that's what we're gonna do. Unless we go down the middle. Yeah, it's probably best. I think. Okay. Now, to fix the crap, we go here. No, I'm actually going to do one at a time. But if you select these two verts, scale them to 0, and then we do mesh, cleanup, merge by distance, we'll get rid of one of the verts on that side, and then we'll do the same thing over here. Scale to 0, and then we'll do mesh, cleanup, merge by distance. Yo, Marvin, what's up, man? How you doing? 3 million triangles for a cube? I ain't saying nothing. True, true, true. Topology is not my best friend, but you know, we make it happen at the same time. So see, I don't know why this toggle X-ray button exists, because why would I be in wireframe unless I want to see through an object, right? Does that make sense to anyone? Okay, let's grab this face here. We're going to go to the front view here. And I just realized something that's not bueno. Let's grab this whole thing. Oh my god. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, this is terrible. And I don't. Oh my gosh. I made a boo boo. And yeah. So if I grab that, it's going to go all the way around. I think that grabs separately, right? This one. Oh, it does grab separately. What did I merge over here? Why is this connected to that? It's only connected on that surface? What is going on right now? Wait, so let's take everything. Merge by distance. Okay. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. We're just going to extrude upwards and we're going to pretend like we never saw that. It sucks. We don't need to know that it exists. We don't need to know it exists. These edges and extrude outwards. Oh my god. I don't want. Oh my god. I don't want. Oh my god. Oh no. This is. Yeah, Marvin, by the way, when you refer to me now, guys, in the chat, you have to refer to me as award-winning director Connor Thomas. You can't just say Connor, okay? It is now award-winning director Connor Thomas. Oh my god, that's terrible. But it's okay. In the end of the day, we got what we wanted, but that was whoa. Whoa. We're just going to pretend like we don't remember at all what we just saw. Oh god, that sucks. Okay, I'm going to duplicate that, extrude outwards. Mom, can we have Blender Guru House tutorial? We have Blender Guru House tutorial at home. Blender Guru House tutorial. Shut up. No. Okay, fine. I would actually agree with your mom that the award-winning director guru at home is a good option. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. Didn't he do a tutorial though, Blender Guru, on how to do a house? I feel like I should be watching his tutorial right now instead of what I'm doing. Okay, that's good. I will do a little nice merge by distance, please. Reality, Blender Guru should be learning from me on how to make houses, because obviously I just go with the flow, and it's all about the vibes, guys. If you're not vibing when making stuff, then what are you doing, okay? You're not making this crap. That's what you're doing. Because if you don't love what you're doing, then why are you doing it? Hmm? Hmm? Huh? You suck at hard surface modeling too? Yeah, I know. I'm just kidding. I get what you're saying though. Organic stuff does have a decent amount of freedom to it. Let's just grab this whole thing, especially if you're just sculpting. Okay. Okay. Guys, we're making progress on this house. We're making progress. Progresso patronum, as they would say in Harry Potter. And they do. Okay. Technically, yeah, this does have all of the balloons coming out of it. So this is the most important part of the whole house. I was going to say, I wonder how they came up with the design on this house, but I could probably tell you guys how they did. Um, PIXAR is located in Emeryville, California, which is right, it's in San Francisco, basically. And a lot of houses in San Francisco look a lot like this. You suck. Did I say you sucked? Oh, I'm sorry. Award winner, have you seen Hey, you should talk to was it Satya or was it Baragon that's watched Stranger Things? I'm sorry, I don't remember. But no, I haven't. Finally finishes after almost a decade. I will have to watch it because I've seen the rest of the show. I don't know, guys. I just feel like I'm just not excited about watching TV shows these days. And I don't know how to fix that. I watched the only TV show I watched recently. I was I live streaming when I watched this? I don't even know. I watched all of Star Wars. I watched all of Star Wars. Freaking what am I? Andor. I watched all of Andor. No, it's Baragon that hasn't seen it. It was Satya that has seen it. Okay. You guys know how good I am with remembering who's who. You know what my stream was gonna be because I just didn't know what I wanted to live stream today? I almost did a just chatting stream. How boring would that have been? This is why you guys have to give me recommendations on what you want me to live stream. because you know, I'm running out of things sometimes. Pretty good. I like that. Oh, this isn't gonna be good. I need the I need this up here. It was a bit underwhelming. Okay, so I do have to watch it just to see how underwhelming it was. But I guess guys, I'm just tired of being disappointed. Is that okay? Like, I'm just tired of being disappointed. You know, how many times do I gotta watch shows these days? I mean, you gotta watch shows, but I don't know. I've been watching a lot more movies recently. Um, and that's been okay. I feel like I've been enjoying movies more. Just straighten this out a little bit here. I've been watching a lot of movies. If you guys follow my letterbox, I have been watching a ridiculous amount of like 90s movies, and recently I've been doing a lot of double features at night. So I will watch 2 movies in one night back to back. And I've been trying to pair good movies together, or different types of movies together, I should say. I just watched The King. Do only faces on that one, and then delete this. Am I back? Did it happen? Yeah, I think I'm back. I don't know if I'm back or not. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. My OBS crashed. That was insane. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to my life of computers crashing for no reason. I gotta close some of these programs I have on my computer. Dude, guys, this last month, I've just been dealing with, my Blender's frozen now. This is awesome. You know, open up Task Manager or something like that. I did just save my Blender, though. I just saved because I was like, oh, something's about to happen. I felt it in my bones, you know? Repeat everything you just said from the top. Hi, guys. Welcome back to today's live stream. Starting completely over from scratch. Okay. What is going on here? Let me restart. Okay, this might break something. Pause. Okay, didn't break anything. We're good. It did just start raining like insanely crazy outside. I don't even know what I was saying, guys. That's bad. But I did save right before anything happened. My computer has been acting kind of weird this month, and I don't know why. I gotta get it checked out or cleaned up, or whatever. Every day in the life of an award-winning artist. What is this fade crap? 1 second. What is that? It's fading now? Nah, dude. Oh, I think I know what you were saying, to check out your short film battle. Dude, that was like 30 minutes ago. Wait, how about we swap? I can't so I can't wait a second. There's the slide swipe. I probably can't do any of them because I opened up OBS in safe mode here. Oh well. OBS has some server crashing fade, man. All right, well, I guess we'll keep cut because the fade thing is going to drive me crazy if I use fade, because don't check out my short film Bad Omen on YouTube. Don't do it. It's called reverse psychology. You basically tell people not to do stuff and then they do it because they're being they want to challenge you. And you know what? I'm okay with being challenged. It's okay. It's like a little snappy. We're gonna snap it, guys. Like I think that's what we're doing. We're staying in the snap mode here. Save. Always hit that save button. Okay. Let's do that. Let's do that. Maybe I'll take these top ones here. Deselect the front. You just revealed the magic of reverse psychology. Now it won't work. Oh, I've got a lot of more tricks up my sleeves, guys. You think reverse psychology is the only one I got on you? I try the sympathy maneuver. Woe is me maneuver. Those work really well too. I guess I want it to go down to that guy. Yeah. Do that. And then I'm going to do delete. Okay, that's good. And we'll delete only the edges. And the sleeve is never ending. What sleeve? Okay, and then okay, that's all good. I need this over here now. I'm just making a post here. It's probably the not so easiest way to do this. I'll go ahead and select all the edges from the inside here. The one you got tricks under? Oh, yeah. I learned the sympathy maneuver from the talent shows my parents. That's bad. Can't say that. That's not very nice. But yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Some real dark humor right there. Let's fill this post in all the way up to top here. Do the same over here. So we'll do yeah, that's pretty good. Basically making out the porch on the front here, and then I think the front door is over here. So we need to, and then we'll do the steps right there. Yeah, it's all coming along, guys. Okay. Do that. I'll fill all this in, I think. Save. You didn't get what Baragon said and was starting to think, oh man, that's bad. And then realized, wait a minute, how did that guy even exist? And then it hit me. Did you miss the sarcasm in his text that he wrote there? Just realized I said he, and I don't know if Baragon Productions is a he or not. It's a very safe guess to say all of you guys are he's, because I think my male to female ratio on my YouTube channel is like 90% male, uh not female. Sometimes your genius is almost frightening. It's 3 a.m. where you live. Oh geez. What time is it? 3 a.m. So are you over in like Asia area, South Asia area, Asia area? Would imagine. Asian continent. Just figured out where you live, say I am. Down to the hemisphere. Cosmic entity for all you know. No, I would know. I have abilities that you could only fathom. I don't even fathom. Let's turn off that. Oh, you live in Antarctica. Fair enough. Here come the flat earth theories. Okay. I need to do this roof. What roof? Oh, you know what? I got a photo. This is what started this whole thing, guys. When a crash happened, what is going on? I swear I'm not doing anything weird. I swear. My Discord crashed, so I closed it, and then it shut off the stream basically. So we're good. We're good. We're back, guys. We're back. Man, today is a bumpy ride. I will tell you, it is a bumpy ride. And you know what? This is why I don't live stream, okay? That's why. You guys wonder. Just a freaking, what am I doing? Okay, that looks terrible. Go over here. Do that. Oh, it's terrible. It's terrible, guys. It's terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible. All right, we're going to do this again with a cube. 1 second. Delete that. We're going to do it again with a cube. Let's scale this down. Something like that. Up, 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 down, down, down. This is why I have the stream on my phone open here, just in case the stream crashes, because you know OBS doesn't tell me. Let's make this global. Okay, that's good. I like that roof there. And then that one can go all the way to the top there, totally fine. I'm cool with that. Imagine you didn't know and you kept going for 2 hours. That would be a travesty. I think that would be very sad. I think I might cry at the end of that one. Okay, I'm going to take this one. Let's duplicate him, rotate him, scale him down, and then scale him all the way over here. Just trying to make our life a little easier here. What a house, guys. What a house. Okay, that's good. Okay, we don't need to see that part of the house because we're only positioned like right here or something. Let's see. Let's do that. Can't really see that, so that's good. It's like one of the movie sets where the front is model and the back is just air. Hey, now. Don't look at that. But you're right. 100%. And you know what? That's exactly how we do it. Let's see. We're going to find that. Do the same over here. That. Why do all work when small work do trick? Hmm? Yeah, no. Okay, that looks okay. And we'll put windows in there. We'll be living the dream, is what I say. Living the dream. Okay, it's a little hard to see right now, so we're going to turn that off. And then over here, let's find that piece. Let's find. We're just going to make it up. Tried this AI 3D modeling website called Hunyun by Tencent. It's scary how good it is, not gonna lie. You can optimize topology, UVs, and textures all generated, by the way, on the one website. Okay, so I have messed around a little bit with some of that stuff. It's good, but maybe it's gotten better. I used Trippo on a job recently just to see if it would work. Because we had to get these like 3D models of this monument, and there was no way for us to get those 3D models because people selling them live in Russia. The 3D, it's like a monument specifically, and it's a very specific monument that it exists in real life. So we tried buying it from them from uh the problem is they're from Russia, and if you guys don't know, right now there happens to be a war going on in Ukraine and Russia. And so because of that, there's actually government sanctions. And so there's not a way for us to be able to buy anything from Russia. And so because of that, we were trying to do it through like cryptocurrency, um, but they didn't want the cryptocurrency. And so we ended up having to model the stuff ourselves. So I used Trippo for that essentially. And it was okay. You don't really know how it works for movies, but when it's okay, it's only a small portion of something for a movie. Yeah. I mean, if you know that you're only going to be shooting from certain angles, you definitely do that. They call them facades, and that's basically if you go around any movie studio, they have whole cities that are basically just the fronts of the buildings, or the outside sometimes of the buildings, but nothing's on the inside. Like it's a weird kind of like shell on the interior of the buildings. Sometimes they build out everything, but a good amount of times it's completely empty on the inside of every building you see in movies, especially studio films, older studio films, to be precise. Okay, so what we're gonna run into here is, can I move this to the top of that window? Okay, that's good. We're getting a little bit of a slant, but that's fine. And then we'll put this at the bottom of the window, and then we will now make our window. I'm going to actually center it myself. Still better than green screen. Yeah, sure. Sometimes. Although nowadays, it almost doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna do one there, one here. And let's grab this guy and this guy. And then we're going to do the F3. And then we'll do bridge edge loops, which I know you guys did not just see because I have to press F3, which swaps my screens. I guess it makes things slightly quicker in production line, but I always thought that would be model everything in case the director suddenly thought, let's do. Oh, are you talking about 3D models and like CG? Yeah, so if it's for like an actual production, more than likely they are modeling everything from all the way around. Um, because you're right, the director could totally change stuff last second. They do storyboard and animatic everything, and it's supposed to be like very clear cut, like, oh, we are doing this, we aren't doing this, whatever. Um, but you never know. I mean, you literally never know when a director is going to want to do stuff. So a lot of the times, like if people have worked with certain directors before, they might know that they can get away with certain things not being fully 3D modeled, but other times they might do it just in case because they've not worked with this new director or something like that. Okay. It's not bad. I don't hate it. Mostly hate it, but I don't hate it. Let's do this. We'll hide you for a second. And creating a little wacky of a house here, guys. I don't think I want to do that with the roof. I think that screws everything up there. I'm going to keep it my way. Imagine a VFX artist working for Kubrick. Oh my gosh. They didn't really have VFX back then, so not like that anyways. Like not like full CG VFX. I'm not doing anything to the house, Saya. I'm not doing anything. I'm keeping it as is. I was going to. I thought about it, but I definitely am not. Do need to add probably a window up here. I think maybe we won't. I think maybe we won't. And then I got to do the underside of this as well. All right. So we've got all these balloons up here. Obviously a very important part of our film. Yeah, I was Tim Burtoning it. You know me, guys. I love Tim Burton, so I'll take that. I'll do it. I'll do it. Let's see, we're going to grab this piece here, and we're just going to try to make ourselves a lovely balloon. Something like that will do. And we'll delete this bottom vertex. Kind of need like a balloon. We want a balloon bottom. Um it's a balloon. Using volumes, I mean, it does require you to know how to work with nodes in Blender, which I don't, but I know you can do it that way. For sure. Like that. That worked really well. Let's get it roughly the right size here. Problem is the balloon's got to be like, it kind of like got to be all connected. Oh man, this is going to be a challenge, won't it? Huh. Nope, not going to do that, Baragon. I wasn't really like, I'm not planning on doing that first. It's not going to be what I do first. I think I was going to use a particle system. Because you could just use a particle system. Essentially. Let's, ourselves a balloon over here. Well, yeah, I don't know about volumes. I think I was going to try just using like a UV sphere or something. Scale it to like all the areas in which we want the balloons to exist. See, guys, this is where normally you would have a lovely what's it called working for you? A TD. Okay, we're not going to see up here, so I don't care. But you could do that. And now let's go ahead and save. Kind of shaping it. Let's go ahead and now load in geometry nodes. Oh, not compositor, geometry nodes. There we go. Why don't the balloon model you made, the balloons all together look like big balloon? What? Why do you use the balloon model you made? The balloons all together look like a big balloon. Not really. They're kind of shaped outwards. I don't really work with geometry nodes that much. I think I had volume scatter in my mind. Probably. But what you can do is you could say 2 points. So you do mesh to points. This creates individual points everywhere there's like a vertice, essentially. And that creates ourselves some points. And then what you could do then is you could say points to mesh or instance on points. Yeah, that's right. Instance on points. And then right now we could just test this out with spheres. You just throw a UV sphere in. You say, hey, put this on the instance wherever that exists. And this is a little too large, so we'll go ahead and scale these guys down. But you can already kind of see the vision here. You're essentially getting a bunch of points everywhere that UV sphere kind of has points on it. And you can even subdivide this to get more balloons if you want. And that creates kind of like this, shape, if you will. And then we can control what we want that shape to look like just by grabbing some of these points very easily. So just probably thicken that out a little bit. And probably say volume. Mesh to volume, volume to mesh, points to volume. I want to see what that does. So this is our points. If we plug that into our geometry here, what does that look like? Oh, it just creates a volume mass. Trying to get all of the points inside of our object. I think that's what I really would like. But instead of a UV sphere, then we can actually do a couple different things. Instead, we can actually use a, I think we could go object, and then we can find our name of our balloon actually. You go select this, we call this balloon. And we can go select our balloon inside of our instance here. I think do input. I don't think this will work as an instance. Like if I plug, it's like, no. Let's do object info. Ah, that's the one. And we want basically the balloon. So we'll select the balloon here. Sorry. We use the geometry for our instance. And then we'll need to do a couple other things. First of all, let's take a value node here and we plug the value into our scale. And then we can scale down our balloons that we have to the appropriate size, though that's pretty close. Hey, Baragon, See you later. Biblically accurate forbidden egg. Okay. Now, that gives us all of our balloons here. And actually, interestingly, they're all facing the right direction. I thought I was going to have to do that manually myself, but it actually worked. I think the next thing we need to do now is make it so that all the balloons are, like this whole object has points throughout. I don't know how to do that. See if ChatGPT knows. In Blender, how to use geometry node. Oh, in Blender, I have geometry nodes that turns a mesh to points. Then I instance a mesh on those points. That works great. But I want to have the mesh volume of the object also have points. Very common geometry nodes question. Thank you. Appreciate it. You do mesh, distribute points in volume. So what we do is we go distribute points in volume. And so we need to get a volume. So I would imagine in order for us to get our volume, let's actually go over here. If we want, we need to then do mesh to volume. Probably then grab our geometry into the mesh. That creates the volume of our interior. And then we do distribute points in volume with this plugged into the volume. Now we can increase our density, or yeah, we can increase the density of all the balloons that would happen inside of that object. And that gives us everything inside of our sphere. We can then take those points, plug that into our instance to points, which then plugs, I'll delete that out of here. Now you've got all of these balloons that are on the interior. Now, probably want to merge our points. So we'll do join geometry. That's what we'll do. We'll do join geometry. This will probably be the cleanest way of doing it. So that way I can actually have control the size of our balloons on the outside versus the size of our balloons on the inside. That's not the reason I'm doing this, but it is a good thing to note. So then we'll do our points that we have here. We'll join that into our geometry, and then we'll go ahead and output that to our output here. But then we're also going to have the points from the outside connected as well. That should give us these as our points. That should give us our, whoopsies, our object info geometry should also go instance to those. And that gives us all of these guys. And then we then merge everything on the inside, and you should get a lot more points. And that's the output there. I think I could just delete that, right? Can I? So if we just have the exterior, and then if we just have the interior, and then we join all of that together, that gives you this. Now, I don't like how uniform our points are, which is a problem for me. I'm wondering if I can convert to tries, and I don't know if I have to do that. Triangulate. Let's try this. So we're going to triangulate before we get to the mesh to points, which on this path here is our outer shell. So what we could do is we could triangulate. Actually, we could go view, see what this would look like. So if we merge this or mute this, kind of see what it's doing here. Go to wireframe mode. This is giving us triangulated points. Let's do clip maybe. Oh, I guess we don't really need. I don't know if triangulate is the way to do it. Let's see if we could do Shift A. What we might want to do is instead of mesh to points, we could do the same thing we did here, the mesh to volume. We'll do scatter, or let's do points, face, distribute points on face, random. So we take the mesh from here and go preview this actually. There's our points. There we go. And then that will give us, we can increase the density. Oh yeah, that's nice. So rather than this, which is very uniform, we're doing distribute points on face, and it's using random. And I think you could do Poisson disc, which I've used before as well. I think I want to use random more. Let's go ahead and delete that. So now instead of using this mesh to points, we're actually going to get our points from this distribute points on face. Plug that in here. It'll give us a little bit more random of the amount of balloons that we're getting, which will look a little bit better. Make these maybe a little smaller. And then let's change the density here quite a bit. And that'll give us a lot more random points. And that also includes our interior points here as well that we are getting. So let's change that scale as well. And that looks like it's not enough balloons. Also, the scale is weird. So let's see. Let's change this back to 0.05. Something weird going on with it? No, it's not. I think this one, though, we do need to change the density of this exterior here. That's looking pretty good. And then now, let's delete that. Now let's get this mesh to volume here. We can change the density of the interior to have more balloons. So now when we go to the outside, we've got a lot of these balloons here. And they're all in the shape. And this is really nice now because all we have to do is we can easily select this and change the how we want the balloons to look. And think about this from an animation perspective. You'll be able to create shape keys that can move things out. Although I think you're going to get snapping if you do any of that stuff. So might need to be careful with that. Okay, well, that gives us that. I just want to see if there's a way to draw a string essentially from one point, this here, to every single balloon. I don't know if there is. So we're going to figure that out right now. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT and say, after I instance the points, I'd like to create a Bezier curve or something that is just a line from the... Oh, that was my camera just turned off. Sorry guys, my camera turned off, so I'm just going to turn off my camera here. Okay, curve or something like that from the line of the bottom of the object to a empty. Let's do that. It says it's perfectly doable. That's exactly what I want to hear. Exactly what I want to hear. What we need to do is get object info, which we already are actually. So we have the object info here. We have the location, rotation, the scale, the transform. We have all that information. But we actually need specifically to point to an empty, which I'm going to want here at our roof situation. Okay. So I'm going to create a new empty here. Do a plane axis empty. Go ahead and scale that down for right now. But over here, we'll call this, call it empty underscore or E underscore, E underscore line. I think that'll work for me. So now over inside of our geometry nodes, we need to get a new object info. And essentially, we have to select our E underscore line as our object info. All right, Satya, thank you so much for stopping in. I'll see you next week as we're going to continue to work on this. I'm actually not going to be streaming for terribly too much longer, because we're going to have to do all the texturing, shading, and lighting and stuff like that next stream. So we're going to set this object to our empty. We'll go ahead and enable as an instance. I think that should be good, right? We're going to use the location output to specifically get the location of our empty that we created here. We're going to create a curve. Let's see, curve. Let's see, curve line. Yeah, let's do curve line. And we're going to use the start or the end. Let's do that. We'll do the end is the location of our empty line that we have here. The start of this curve line will have to be the start of any given one of these balloons. So we need to figure out where to get that from, because it's basically instancing them all here. I don't really want this position's location because this is the other balloon that we have. We actually want essentially, I'm going to don't know if this is possible. I don't know how to do it anyways. This is definitely what we need though. We can actually test this, by the way. If we go ahead and grab the location of our object here, we can see that it creates this curve. So if we preview this real quick, I think, one second, let's do curve. So that's a curve line. Fill curve. Feed in a curve. Let's go and preview that. Yeah. So what this is doing is it's getting the, it's actually really weird. Direction. Let's do points here. I don't know if that's super accurate. Let's do, let's select this. We're going to apply the location. And if we go preview this, it's really weird. that that is going there, but let's go and delete that for a moment. I don't want to do fill curve just yet. We're going to get the curved line, and the start position has to be from each one of these balloons, essentially. And then that balloon is going to create a line from our empty all the way over. So let's see. We're going to take this object info here. And let's see, we do object info. We'll select our empty. We're going to use the location and then plug that into our curve line. And then we're then going to, let's see, I also want to output what we're seeing here. Where's my empty actually? What happened to my empty? Oh, I think when I applied it, it just threw it all the way down there. That's hilarious. Okay, so now I'm going to select this guy here. And let's go preview this again. So what we're doing is we're basically getting the endpoint of our line that we want to create. And then we then need to get the location out of this, I think. Do object info. I don't think I can do that. Nope, definitely can't. Technically, I am getting all the points. I could just use the points here. Hmm. So, okay, I currently have distribute points on faces and then instance on points. Both are joined into the geometry. I don't know where I'm getting the position from. I think that's the thing I'm a little confused by. I will need to join this though afterwards. Um, Distribute points. This gives you points. I get that. Oh, wait a second. Do, I guess, the join all that geometry. And then we do position. Can I plug that into here? And then get the position out of it for the start position? So you capture the attribute. I both love and hate geometry nodes for this crap. You cannot recover point data from instances unless you realize instances. Heavy, usually wrong here. Oh, okay. So you need to capture the attributes from the distributed points. Okay, so from here, you do capture attributes, and you get the point data from there. Vector is equal to position. And then can you do this? I feel like that's still not going to work. Yeah, no, that doesn't work. I mean, I could manually do this crap, but I really wanted to try to do geometry nodes on that. So on the point, not the instance. You capture attributes. Domain is set to point. Type is vector. You plug the position into the value. So if you do set position here, oh no, you're setting the position. Okay. So that gives us our points. I don't know if that's really going to give us anything useful there, though. Okay. So if we delete that, let's just start over here. Okay, so we have mesh to volume and then your distribute points in volume. Okay. This creates all the instances of the balloons, essentially. And then we basically want to create a curved line that's going to be joined as well. Just delete that for right now. But the join geometry essentially right now creates all of our balloons. So this is all of the information of where the points exist. This is where it gets that the information of the balloons. So we'll just place that over here and this over here. I'm actually going to use the same value for the scale for both those, so that way it's a little cleaner. That sets the balloon look as well as the scale of that balloon. But now we have this points information here, and we also have this object info over here, which allows us to get where the empty position is. And we want to create a curve from each one of these balloons into that one empty down there. So we then take the distributed points and instance on points. So let's see, instance on points here. We're going to add a curve line. We're going to take the location of the E line here and set that to the end position. And then we're going to take a regular position node and feed that into the start. The node input does not support fields. I don't know what that means. I think I have to because it's not the object info. ChatGPT is the worst with geometry nodes, I'll tell you that right now. Oh, wait a second. Do I need to put this back here? So I hate geometry nodes, guys. What the hell does it want me to do? I really don't understand this. Distribute points on faces. Curve line and points, top side. What the hell? Location to curve line end. Correct. Okay, I'm distributing the freaking points. From points and then plug it into curve line points. There is no curve line points field. Basically need to convert each one of these individual points to a location. Curve from points. Can you do that? So the starting position. Well, ChatGPT basically just told me that it's not possible. Like, After all that crap, you then tell me it's not possible. Lovely. Um, will say I don't know why the the balloons look wonky like that. That's kind of strange. So what's going on right now? And this one right here, let's do 0.03, I think. Yeah, that'll make them more balloon shaped. And I'm trying to get freaking wires here automatically. This is why ChatGPT really annoys me, because it doesn't understand geometry nodes sometimes. I really wish there was a get position. It's like a points to position or something like that. Points to curves. Here we go. Curve. What does that look like? Okay, so we get curves here. Wonder if we can get each individual one of these points and then distribute points on the faces, which I'm doing, and then distribute point. Let's see, duplicate elements. So if we take that, what'd that do? Nothing. So we have this. Let's see, we'll delete that. Can I join points together? So if I do, that's like all the individual balloons connected within each other. Maybe I do that, and then I do some of these outside ones. Unless I want to. I actually have an idea here. Let's go to our geometry input here, and then if we go to edit mode now, which I don't know why I can't see anything. Let's go over. There we go. And we duplicate this all the way down to there. I have no clue if this is going to work. But now if we go back over into our geometry, let's output from there. I'm going to delete our viewer node. And then turn that back on. Now if we go preview points to curves, do we have any curves that are going down there? I don't think so. It's kind of interesting. Well, I think I've definitely given up hope here, guys. So instead, what I'm going to do, I have a different idea. We're going to get rid of all of this. This idea will work perfectly fine too. I was just kind of trying to be smart about it using geometry nodes, but I am using geometry nodes for the balloons, so I don't feel terribly too bad. What we're going to do is right now, I've got this whole UV sphere thing. I'm just going to duplicate it, and then we're actually going to turn off that. It's going to give us only essentially the our big old object that we have here. I'm going to scale it in and bring it down a little bit, roughly to line up to that. I'm going to delete all of the faces on here. Let's see. We wanted to basically delete all the faces and all the edges and only keep the vertices. It's essentially what we want to do. So let's do dissolve. Let's see. I don't know. Can we? You know, if I do this, yeah, it just deletes everything. If you delete only faces, now if you only edges and faces, oh, there we go. Only edges and faces. Now we basically deleted everything except for that. I'm gonna go over here, and you know what? We'll just bring everything up a little bit. I need to line these up a little bit more with the balloons here. We don't want them coming from outside the balloons. We might have to manually do some of this ourselves. Certain balloons, like these bottom ones here, I might want like a singular one. So let's go and duplicate that. Here we go. And then I'm going to do another one over here. Where is that at? Okay. Now the idea behind this now is we actually just have all these vertices up here. Let's go ahead and just extrude everything, and we're just going to scale it down. There we go. Just wanted to go straight into our roof here. That's going to go all the way into the top of our roof now. It's okay that it's actually taut. I was thinking it wasn't going to be okay, but it's actually okay that it's taut because technically the wires should be pulling as hard as they can. And then that gives us all of these kind of like strings going up. We don't really have to check to see how accurate anything is because there's so many of them. We will need to make sure that we have individual wires that aren't kind of like loose here. Like we'll probably want to line some of these up with some of these balloons. So let's go and do that like right now before we get too far. So let's just let's do that. Line it up as best as possible here, you know? Really not. That's good. I want a few more over here. Let's see. Let's grab a few from the center. Just have them go out. I'm actually going to probably do a little better job of lining this up. So let's do Shift S, selection to cursor here. Let's do that as well. This one. Just kind of grab a few of these outside ones. Oopsies. Need that there. A few more of these outside ones. Or the little stragglers. I want to make sure that we don't miss any of those. Can't look like you got floating balloons, all right? They all have to have a home. I keep hitting duplicate instead, and I don't want to hit duplicate. A little more tedious of work. I was really hoping to automate it, but it's fine. This works perfectly good. It's all good. A few more balloons here and there, and then I'll get the left side over there as well. Get these few outer ones over here. Turn on. Yeah, we'll turn on X-ray here. Yeah, we'll turn on X-ray just so it's a little easier to select um, these ones. And then I'm just going to, you know, kind of line up a few more of these. Oopsies. That's not what we want. A few more of these. And we're pretty much done. ahead and finish off a few of those. So now we got all these wires kind of going onto those balloons there. I'm going to do a few more on this side, I think. And that way these balloons don't look like they're just floating by themselves. You don't have to really do every single one of them, but, you know, the more you do, the better it looks. This is why ChatGPT is not exactly the best, because essentially it's just going to give you one of the options, you know. Let's do that. And we'll line up the balloons a little bit better here. I mean, this over here, just select the actual, oopsies. All right, that's looking okay. I do want some of these, I think, to have a little more curve to them, just because the way in which they are lined up. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's subdivide a little bit here. We're gonna deselect these top pieces, and we're gonna deselect the bottom over here as well. I kind of just want to add a little bit more wiry kind of like turn to them. You can do that with as many of these as you want. I'm probably going to do those two over here as well. So let's select all of these that are on the bottom here. Do Control L. Subdivide that. And I'm going to deselect the selecting pieces here. This one's a little harder. Oops. And then deselect that. All right, yeah, that's looking good. So now that we've got all of these wires in here, let's go ahead and go back over to our main Blender project settings over here. And if we select all the wires that are going to the balloons, I'm going to now convert these. Let's go to Object, and then we will do Convert to Curve. And if we go to our geometry settings now, we can actually make our adjustments here. We could then just add in a little bit of depth to these. If you add too much, then it'll obviously make everything way too big. But what we want is probably a 0.02 or something, 0.01 maybe. That's way too big. 0.002, maybe 0.001. All the little wires everywhere. And that's all of your wires going to all of your balloons. And, you know, the real trick is making sure these outer ones that we actually see do have, you know, wires going to them. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save that. That's looking pretty solid. Let's do the bottom of this, and I think we'll call it quits for today. From a 3D modeling perspective, and then next week we'll come back and we're going to do all of the lighting and shading and everything that we have to do with that. So let's see. I'm not really a fan. Let's look at our camera here. Let's put this in front. Then we'll just set that to full opacity, so that way we're not competing. Just want to look at that. And we're going to try to add a little bit of design to the bottom of this guy, I think. So let's see. We're going to first add in some edges here. That's all good over there. And I think on the bottom over here, we'll just do one last piece. And see this as well, and probably that. Rain is coming down out there. Now, if I select kind of all of that, select that as well. That's okay. Now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to deselect some of these like middle kind of areas, because I mean it's just basically the house is sitting on like a bunch of these slats, so it's an uneven bottom. Do that. That one as well. And then I'll do this middle one here. Okay. So now if we extrude that upwards, it's pretty solid, guys. Let's go ahead and save that. And, you know, don't have it here, but go and focus kind of like on this front section here. Let's go ahead and just select this whole front piece. Extrude that upwards. There would be a door there, but we're really not going to do that right now. We might have to 3D model some more things later to help. But I think for right now, that's good. I'll do the this front porch area. Let's go ahead and do that. So I'll add in a 3D cursor. Oh, thank you so much, Marvin. Appreciate it. The balloons were definitely more challenging than I thought they were going to be. For sure. I mean, I guess I thought they were going to be challenging. I just didn't know how challenging they were going to be. Okay, guys. You know, this is looking pretty solid for today's live stream. So we added all the balloons, we got all the cables and everything like that going up to them. We're gonna be back next week, next Sunday, with another live stream. I'm trying to think. Okay, well, okay, so next week is the 11th. I think I'll be available. I'll keep you guys posted. I am going to be a judge for the Visual Effects Society thing. That's gonna be next next week. So next Saturday, I'll be at that event. I don't think it goes to Sunday. If it does, I'll let you guys know, and then we can push the stream to the following week. And then these 2 weeks, I'm going to be in Arizona. I'm going to try to live stream when I'm doing it, but I just want to let you guys know right now what that's going to happen. Regardless, we'll get back to this render here. It's looking pretty solid. If you guys want these project files as usual, you can always grab them over on the Patreon. Link to that, of course, is in the description below. And yeah, I think this will be a really fun render. I can't wait. I think with lighting and texturing and everything like that, it's gonna look really, really solid. So sorry my camera went out. I'm gonna make sure it's charged up next time. I was moving a lot of stuff around over the holidays, so that's what happened there. But we'll be back. We'll be back. I'm gonna delete this light. We don't need it. But yeah. All right, guys. You guys have a solid rest of your week. I will see you guys later. Thanks for dropping in. I know it's been a while, so it's always great to have you guys pop in. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. We are so close to 5,000 subscribers. Super excited about that. And yeah, you guys have a good one. Peace out. And you know what? Make some stuff. Do it. You won't. All right.